Good morning, everyone. I've got a few minutes, so I thought I'd do a quick solar plexus balance. So the solar plexus chakra is the third chakra from the bottom. It is around underneath our rib cage and in our diaphragm. And it's to do with our core sense of self, our core sense of peace, our personal beliefs, what we're putting out there to the world, and what charges our belief systems. This morning I've been reading again. I've been doing lots of reading the last few months and listening to podcasts and things. And this morning, of course, one of the big theories out there is that governments are creating fear in order to keep us pliable and under control. As an Aussie, doesn't quite suit me. We've always been quite able to move in our own tracks. Obviously, we've got all sorts of things going on here that I don't like, but it hasn't affected me particularly personally, except for needing vaccinations to go to South America, for example. But other than that, and even then I only took one. I think they recommended about 10, but the only one that was compulsory was yellow fever. And I don't know if I'd gone to South America had I known that, but nonetheless, we did. We both took them, my hubby and I. He got really sick for 6 weeks. I tended to be fine. I take a lot more immunity stuff than he does. But anyway, that's all good. So, fear. I hope wherever you are in the world, fear isn't driving too much to change your belief systems. What are your belief systems and why do you believe it? So this is more about the trying once again to remove some of the fear from the solar plexus chakra. I'm going to use two tuning forks, purple in my tuning fork set. Kidney energy. So in Chinese medicine, there's a flow of energy around the body. And kidney energy is to do with fear, threat, danger. It drives fear and anxiety. So when we have these built-in fears, it leads to rage, anger, frustration. And this is what we're seeing on TV. People aren't angry because they're angry. They're angry because of a fear of something continuing, a fear of their rights disappearing, a fear of other people making them sick, a fear that people are breaking the rules and therefore it's going to kill someone that they love. So this fear is driving people to do things that they normally wouldn't do, I believe. I might be wrong, but that's, what I feel when I'm seeing that. I don't think people want to be angry. I don't think people want to be feeling like slaves in their own home. I don't think people want to be frightened of a virus that everyone tells us the only way out. There's only one solution. I don't believe that. And I think as human beings, we're a lot more clever than that. And I think our immune systems are amazing. I believe our immune systems are amazing. So when I was having a think about how to do the solar plexus chakra, basically I thought, right, let's use the tuning forks that activate the energy moving through the kidney and bladder meridians, which is to do with both internalized fear with kidney and externalized fear with bladder. And then I checked out what that combination was connected to in my tuning fork flower essence hologram, and it's dog rose. So the flower essence dog rose is an Aussie bush flower essence, and it's to do with that lack of personal power, that lack of sense of self, that lack of ability to make your own thoughts because other people have been telling you stuff about you and your life all the time. So who are you? Where are you in all this? What do you believe? What do you think? So for a start, let's just focus for a minute. Okay, so just relax. Take a couple of nice deep breaths. Okay, hands on your solar plexus chakra. And breathe into your belly. I can see my shoulders are going up. And that's a bit of a sign that we're tense. When the shoulders go up with the breath, we should be able to breathe in and out through our belly. If we can't do that, we're often breathing in that upper third of our lungs. It's a sign of anxiety. So once again, one more. There I go. Beautiful. Okay. I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively transmute my fear, my apprehension of others, my shyness, and my niggling thoughts into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively take on new challenges with confidence and express myself freely, enjoying their companionship. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively enjoy other human beings. I choose to remove my fears, my stress, my anxieties, and replace them with all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively take on new challenges in life with gusto, with confidence, with a newfound freedom. I choose to honor my belief systems. I choose to honor my thoughts. I choose to honor myself and research and find out what's the best for me and my family. Life is good. Life is good. Life is good. Okay. And up through the central meridian, feed that conscious brain. Up through the central meridian. Up through the central meridian. Just a very quick, funny little story before I leave you today. I was watching Seinfeld this morning, and 20 years ago when I used to teach Touch for Health kinesiology, which is it's like 65 hours of basic kinesiology practices. The central meridian, I used to have this woman, and she lived with her mother-in-law, and it was quite challenging for her. And around that time, I think the episode this morning was like 1997. And one of the things is George and his parents, they're in their house and they're all going, "Serenity now, serenity now." And as a bit of a mantra, and finally they said to George's father, "You know, the serenity now isn't going to work. You need something else." And he's going, "Hoochie mama, hoochie mama." Anyway, when I was teaching Touch for Health, whenever anyone didn't believe that this was going to fix their brain because something in their life was just too big, I just get them to say, "Serenity now, serenity now." It always gave me a chuckle. Anyway, hope you have a fabulous day. Love to you wherever you are. And keep on keeping on. Look after that immune system. You know what we've all been saying. Vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc. We need to be eating whole foods, whole vegetables, good quality proteins. Every time, I heard a statistic years ago, so think about all your trillions of little white blood cells in your body. They're the heroes in all this. It doesn't matter what drug they give us. They're trying to get your white blood cells working better for you. They did a study where they looked at the amount of sugar it takes to reduce the immune system by 10%, and it's about 13 teaspoons, reduces your white blood cells by 10%. Now, that's a stat from 20 years ago. It was Henry Osiki, who's written a dozen books here in Australia. He's a really well-known researcher. And I remember him throwing that out at a seminar once. And then he said, "And you know what 13 teaspoons is? A can of Coke or a scoop of ice cream." And I've never forgotten that. Once again, I'm not sure where it stacks up with science these days, but at the time, it really stuck in my brain. You know, when we're trying to boost our immune system, sunshine, fresh air, oceans if you're allowed to, greenery, being out in nature. Look after yourselves. Take care. Love you today.